everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to a monumental unboxing, yet another ridiculously large unboxing. We've got this giant pile of silver to get out on the table in front of you. I'm joined as well by Mrs. Backyard Bullion.
Hello.
And we have decided to actually team up on this stage of the group order unboxing because this is a big box and there's going to be a lot in here to get through. So we're going to crack on with opening it up. I've already done a bit of pre-scoring, put the camera down here. It was so big a box, in fact, that we could not, oh gosh, it's hard to move, we could not get it all framed on camera at once. So we're just going to crack on opening this and getting loads of silver out on the table for you guys. Now, if you're new to my channel, haven't seen this before, by the way, this is what it looks like. Look at that, you can hardly see it, but it's incredible. If you're new to these unboxings and this channel and you don't know what this is all about, it's part of the group orders. I'm not going to rehash the same old information that we regurgitate time and time again doing these unboxings, but for those of you who are wondering, this is not all my silver. We've purchased this on behalf of other people to save on shipping costs. So we are unboxing probably over, gosh, it's over 1,500 ounces probably here today. There's going to be a whole array of different things. As you can see, we've got some, I think this is going to be the constitutional silver from the European Mint, the various different little denomination coins that Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I have been enjoying hunting through. Those have been very popular with this group order. And as you can see from here, we've got some monster boxes tidied away, as well as some probably Oriental Border Britannias, the new 2019s. I don't know if those will be in this box or whether they'll be in the last box still to come, but we shall see. I think this one's the 2018s, it says it on the box, so we'll see what they are. Mrs. Backyard Bullion helping. We've put some tape on the table, you might have seen, to try and keep everything in frame, as Mrs. Backyard Bullion is a little bit famous for maybe keeping things out of frame sometimes. She probably won't talk today because I'm making fun of her now. So these are the 2018 Oriental Borders, so we've got a whole box of them there. Very cool indeed. And we've got a whole array of stuff to get through. There's almost too much to talk about and show individually. We will be showing all of this in the different videos as we go throughout the next week and a bit. There's a whole host of different coins that we can showcase, things that we can do. This is actually part of, you know, I think what is probably going to be a little bit of a record on YouTube. I don't remember seeing a total unboxing of over 3,000 ounces anywhere. So when we have unboxed this one, we're going to get it together with that first unboxing we did and showcase everything. It will be a full stack size video. It's definitely one not to miss. So we will be doing other videos showcasing all of these as we go through. Here's a bunch of pandas. Look at that, tray after tray, 3 full trays. Sorry, not quite 3 full trays, but 3 and a bit trays of pandas. And it's interesting that this has been such a popular group order. We've obviously got Brexit looming, and that I think has fueled a lot of people's purchasing. And this could well be the last group order that we are doing, or is it? Have you managed to finally get into that bag? Mm-hmm. It is the constitutional stuff, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's very popular stuff. Lots of things. I can see some $half in there already. So those were very popular. Lots of other things were popular as well. Generally, silver, incredibly popular. Those are just empty boxes, I think, of the Perth Mint Dragon bars, the capsules for them. Very popular indeed. Do you want to crack that one open and see what's inside it? It's like Christmas here in the Backyard Bullion household when this box lands. Anyway, I was talking about popular orders and silver being very popular because Brexit is looming, and this was, well, we billed this as the last group order before Brexit. I nearly said before Christmas there. Before Brexit. But we've been talking with the European Mint, and one of my concerns about organising these group orders so close to Brexit was if there were any delays and things didn't arrive in time and then they arrived after a potential no-deal Brexit, then Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I would be lumped potentially with a very large import duty bill, which we may or may not have been able to claim back. I mean, theoretically, we purchased these before Brexit, but you just never know. And when you're dealing with what's pretty much close to £50,000 worth, it's not. You don't want to get a 20% tax bill on 50 grand. That is for sure. So we were very cautious about organising the next group order in such a short time frame to Brexit. But we've been talking with the European Mint about whether or not something small, simple, is possible. And the good news is that it will be. I'm going to say 99% will be. Mrs. Backyard Bullion's smiling at me right now because she doesn't...
There was no we in this.
Well, there kind of was. We talked about it before I went to talk with the European Mint, and we do plan these things. It's not like we just sit there and unbox 1,500 ounces of silver every other week and enjoy it. But anyway, are those the new 2019 Britannias? They could be, or there might be more 18s. I think those are more 18s. They are indeed more 18s. Pop them in the big pile of other ones over there. Are you trying to show everybody on camera?
No, you're going to check this one.
Well, we'll check it in a minute, won't we? I say in a minute, in like 15, 20 minutes once we've unboxed everything. Do you want to crack the rest of those open while I get another box out? Now, we were distracted. Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I were discussing, we did discuss it, about having another mini group order. A simple group order with a limit of just maybe 3 or 4 different varieties, and we will be doing one more before Brexit. Deal or no deal, we will be doing one more. Of course, Brexit is still somewhat unknown, but there's a little bit of movement this week in that the UK government has basically said it's going to basically vote for either a deal or a extension. So in theory, that means that we could end up being able to do more group orders. If there's an extension, it might be until June, or there's people talking about November. I don't exactly know. Well, go on then. Yeah, people like to see shiny things. We're here just enjoying the silver, and that's what these people are watching too. Because you can only listen to me drone on and ramble on for quite so long before it gets a bit dull. So lots of shiny things keeps people interested. So, Brexit might not be a full-on no-deal situation, which means, of course, that we can look to do another one in the future. But before then, we want to do one just to hedge our bets, because it's still possible that there'd be a kind of no-deal situation where we just fall off a cliff and VAT and taxes and import taxes will be levied on silver when it comes into the country from Europe. So we don't know. So we are going to do one more, and it's a very good kind of coinciding time with the big reduction in silver prices that we've seen over this last, week or so. So we're filming this at the end of a very, I suppose in certain ways, bad week for silver, because silver's gone down quite a lot. But in certain ways, it's actually very good for us here in the UK, because we have pounds, and the pound has exceptionally strengthened, which is part of the reason why silver has gone down quite so much for us in the UK, which is a great thing. If you are holding pounds and the pound gets stronger, you get more buying power, which is one of the main reasons why silver prices have gone down quite so much. But I always, and I've said this numerous times before, and I've seen a lot of people commenting on my channel. A lot of people, there was a huge thread on the silver forum as well about silver prices plummeting and all of this. And there are some people with potentially kind of, itchy feet or worry about the fact that silver prices are going down quite considerably, and what that means for them, for their investments, for their decisions that they've already made, about the purchases they've already made. And also, what does it mean about buying more silver? There's a lot of people who obviously have got silver fever. Maybe, I know we got it, didn't we? When we got those first silver coins that we ordered, we kind of got that buzz for it. Something about it, didn't we? Back me up here, Mrs. Backyard Bullion. Or is it more me than you?
It was going to turn into something like this.
You'd have been a little less keen. But anyway.
Yes.
The point is that there's a lot of people out there who are seeing the lower prices, and they're either one of two people. They're very worried that the investment that they've already made is losing their money. And my advice to you guys who are in that boat, or in that sort of frame of mind, is that you don't lose anything on silver until you actually sell your silver and actually take that loss. So until that happens, you don't need to worry about prices. You know, if you're buying for the right reason, lower prices is great, because longer term investments just mean that you'll have more time to pick and choose that moment when it's right for you to be able to take that silver and sell it and make that return that you were looking for, and that hold that hedge basically against the price of currencies that are out there. That is, in my opinion, the best thing to think about when you hear low silver prices. Now guys, remember, it's not financial advice I'm giving there. That's just simply my own thoughts on the subject as it relates to me and our situation, I say, not just me, Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I's situation about why we buy silver at all to invest in. So, the other people out there who, probably a little bit like me, are seeing the lower silver prices as an opportunity to buy more. You think, wow, really low silver, let's go and fill up the truck, back up the truck. I've used that phrase a lot. I know a lot of you out there will probably hate me bringing that phrase up again, but in fact, I'm not going to open all of those now because it'll take too long. But yeah, backing up the truck, buying more just because the price goes down. It's a risky thing to do. It's not something I would ever advocate. And I'd always say, and I always have said, you should always buy within your means. You should always remember what those means are and the reasons why you're purchasing. And think of it like this: if you have a budget, which I would highly recommend anybody who's stacking to have a budget of how much you want to buy every week, every month, or however many intervals a year you want to do it, that money just gets you more silver. So £1,000 that you had before gets you a couple of extra ounces. That's great. And that's all you need to think about, really. I don't think there's much to worry about in the long term. Of course, the short term, we've got Brexit looming, so there are a lot of people as well thinking that there's not going to be these buying opportunities in the future. But it is risky. It's very volatile, as we've seen this week. It's gone down considerably. And if your whole strategy was to purchase your silver in this last few weeks and then sell it quickly, make a quick couple of buck profit, then you're going to be in some trouble this week. And that's where I see a lot of people getting stuck out with silver, and I see a lot of videos online saying I got stung with silver, or I've lost out on silver, or silver cost me thousands, and it's because stacking for that kind of short term and the volatility of the metal markets and the volatility of precious metals generally has stung people. So my thoughts on the next group order, I don't know if it's going to be this big, because we're going to have fairly restricted kind of types of coins, because again, it's about getting it done really quickly just in case there's a no deal situation and we get all hit with horrible bills and tax bills and things like that, which we don't want to have. So it's going to be simple. We don't know exactly which coins yet. We're talking with the European Mint about what's going to be available. Possibly, and don't hold me to this, possibly the Yale or Beaufort, the new Queen's Beast, is going to be available, but we don't know exactly. Certainly things like Britannias, the simple stuff like Britannias, probably some of the other Queen's Beasts that are ready to go, and it will be a quick turnaround order as well. So hopefully that should probably be in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to find out more about that, you know what to do. You need to hit that subscribe button. There will be videos announcing that here on YouTube. And there'll also be a thread over on the forum when that finally gets put up there. And we'll showcase all of this silver and many more, I'm sure. Hopefully, the long term, we will have more group orders, because whilst this is a very laborious process...
Very.
Very laborious process. It's kind of fun, isn't it? You enjoy it.
I enjoy the takeaway.
You enjoy the takeaway. We are planning on having a very large Chinese takeaway at some point when we finish this, but it's difficult because we've now got the task ahead of us of basically sorting through all of this and checking it off against the kind of master spreadsheet list of everything that has been ordered to make sure that it all has arrived. And not only that it has arrived, but we've got the right quantities, etc. Then we've got to put it all into everybody's individual boxes and get those shipped out to everybody in a timely manner. And for organising with, gosh, we've got something like 85 people, I think, in this order. We love you guys to bits on the forum, but you are all a little bit like cats. You can be very difficult to herd and organise. Got some nice silver grain here. It almost looks like silver popcorn. Have you seen that one? It's like silver popcorn, very cool. But anyway, you guys on the forum, you're great. Thank you for supporting these group orders and allowing Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I to unbox. Gosh knows, I don't even know how much is in here. This is, we're going to have to do the count in a minute and see how much silver has actually arrived all in one parcel. It's pretty incredible. So we are going to go and sort all of this out and then organise it, ship it. So you guys will probably start getting some silver. And in fact, by the time this video has gone live, you probably will have already had the silver starting to be delivered, if not already delivered to you. So we'll get this done, we'll turn this around in probably about 24 hours or so now that we've got these the bulk of this. And then the last box that's still to come, we'll hopefully get that one processed in the next day or so as well. So hopefully all will be finished, done and dusted, and Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I can have a nice big takeaway. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's a good job we don't show our faces on cameras, guys, because Mrs. Backyard Bullion has what I would describe giving me a big look of derision, because we're taking up her valuable time, which could be used to much better effect, I can imagine. But hey ho, here we have, gosh knows how much silver. Have a guess in the comment section. We'll put up the answer. In fact, I tell you what, we'll have a little bit of a competition. Guess the weight, and we'll pin the closest to whoever gets the correct weight of all of this silver. So do comment down below with that. And if you would like to see future videos of this stack, the giant stack that is, and future videos of us showcasing some of these awesome coins and bits and bobs in here, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, you want to get notifications when we upload videos, hit that little alarm bell. Otherwise, thank you one and all for watching. Head on over to the Silver Forum, head on over to European Mint if you want to look to buy some silver from them directly yourself. I think that's pretty much all the bases covered. Anything you'd like to add, Mrs. Backyard Bullion? Shake of the head. Well, I think that's all we have to say. Thank you one and all for watching. As always, please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.